Sunday at pregame.com. This is Johnny Detroit NFL playoffs. Let's first get to what's going on over at pregame. Pregame.tv. Both sets of games are up. Steven Nover, Marco D'Angelo are doing the San Francisco 49ers New York Giants game. Brian Leonard and Scotty Spritzer are doing the Ravens and Pats. And Brian and Scotty also did a great video on Wisconsin, Illinois. Over to the streak sections, which you could reach by clicking streaks anywhere within the pregame site. Some people want to give some shots out to Arturo, 8-0, Philly Sports, 7-0, Guzman, 23-8-0, and he's on New England today. BD Boys, he's 7-0 on total so far, and he likes under in the New England game. Prop Killer's 13-4, and your pro line buddy has won 7 of 9, and he is on the Patriots. Over to the good, the bad, and the ugly, where there was a ton of big plays yesterday from the pregame pros, which sometimes can make the next day either very enjoyable to do or very difficult to do. But today on Sunday, it's very enjoyable to do, as most all of the pros nail their big games across the board. A lot of guys I respect, a lot of guys that I root for, a lot of guys that I follow, all hit big. Yours truly, the People's Champ, 4-0 yesterday, big play on Hawaii, swept the whole card, picking up 9 units. Andre Gomes, the guy just keeps doing it. I keep telling you, over 5 years, he's won 160 units in the NBA. He wins every year. It's what he specializes in. He's a guru when it comes to the math behind it. He had 11 NBA selections. You know how many he won? 9. Doesn't do it all the time. Sometimes he goes 2-9, but overall, he will make you money. He's like the Mike Hook of the NBA. Dave Essler, props to the SEC King. Got a little scary at the end. I was rooting for my boys in blue. Can't lie, somewhat, just for being a Michigan fan. But the cash was on Arkansas, and Arkansas comes through. 3-star from Mr. Essler, the SEC guy. Good fella, also had a big 3-star on Arkansas. J.R. O'Donnell's been red hot. Midas, King of Gold, touched him, turned him into gold. He nails an easy winner Thursday with the dollar. He comes back Friday for you, nails his NBA game. What does he do yesterday? He loves a game in the Atlantic 10. His Atlantic 10 game of the year. St. Louis, easy winner. J.R. O'Donnell does it again. The big cuddly bear, Marco D'Angelo, Ron Jeremy lookalike, the buffet king of Las Vegas himself. Marco D'Angelo is now 9-1 in triples when it comes to basketball this year. He's only released 10 triple stars. He's won 9 of them. He did it again yesterday. Props to Marco. Gail Alexander, the man under the radar. One play NBA, what does Gil do? 1-0. Greg Shaker, huge day for Shake and Bake. 6-1, monster day. Larry Ness hits both of his triples. And Mr. Rob Crown swept the board. Now the half full, half empty, where I look at it as half full. Some people may look at it as half empty, depending how your money management goes. Lenny Genio goes 2-3, but you know what? He hit both of his triples. So yes, he lost more than he won in terms of actual games, but he made money. 2 big plays, 2 triple stars. He hits both of those. Now to the not so good Denver money. He had a triple play on the ice. Loser King Creo had a big 3-star on the Philadelphia 76ers. Loser Mike Hook had Santa Barbara. Loser for his big 3-star. Bookie Killer goes 0-2. And Spartan overall didn't have that bad of a day, but he did have a big 3-star on Baylor, which goes down. So who am I looking at today? First off, Marco D'Angelo, playoff game of the year. Definitely looking at the big guy today. Vegas Runner, he has had 12 selections so far in the NFL playoffs, and he has won 10. Even if VR, when I checked with my guys and I put in my plays, if he was on the opposite, I would probably maybe pass, or I'd probably even get off my own games because this dude's been so hot. But VR, 10 of his last 12 in the NFL playoffs. Definitely looking at him. And J.R. O'Donnell slipping in under the radar. Yes, he has some NFL stuff up today, but his package today is in the NBA. I'm going to look at J.R. I'm going to ride him because he is red hot. My slash for today, I always like to do it what makes most sense in terms of a guy that's hot or that's going to be most economically friendly for you, the pregame user, because after all, I am the people's champion. And Marco D'Angelo has a big game of the year today. He's red hot. So, you know what, to make it worthwhile, to save you some cash, if you're planning to get his big game of the year, right now I'm slashing Marco's 7 and 30-day packages. You can get those on the Pregame Pros homepage, or you can go to Marco's personal page, which you could reach in the right-hand side of pregamepros.com. Go down to Marco's name. It'll take you to his personal page, and you will be able to get his 7 and 30-day packages discounted today only. So you definitely want to check that out. On to the final close and the Johnny Detroit tip of the day. PregameAction.com, an endorsed sponsor of Pregame. They monitor and review sportsbooks offshore. If you sign up with one of their endorsed sportsbooks and confirm with them by contacting them at info@pregameaction.com, they will follow up with me once confirmed, and they will fund and credit $100 in pregame cash to your account to use any way that you choose. I know a couple people you took advantage of that offer yesterday by the emails. I'm assuming you emailed me and did not email them, but I know a couple of you touch base with me. You're some of our power users. You know who you are. Once this video is done, I'm going to personally fund your account. So in the next hour or two, check it out. It'll be there. I'll follow up a pregame action for you and let them know that I'm taking you at your word because you are a valued pregame user and I want to get you in action today, and I'll put the $100 in there for you. So for the Johnny Detroit tip of the day, it's going to be a two-part, and it's first going to deal with hedging. I see in a lot of people who have these futures and whatnot, and should I hedge, should I not hedge? And you should only hedge if, one, if you have a positive expectation, or two, if the money is so beyond your normal means of bet range or some type of life-changing money. So if you're going to win like $500,000 or nothing, hedge for sure. You know, the year, I think it was 2005, when we were going to win the Las Vegas Hilton contest, me, the boys, a bunch of other guys, His Honor. We had a chance to either win, I think it was like 30, 40 grand or like 150,000, whatever it was. And there was one game two people had that would have tied, and we had to divvy up the money. And I actually hedged on the Hilton because it was serious cash. I mean, it was $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 difference. I personally have a future on the New York Giants. I initially did the math and figured out what the line would have been if they won today and played either Baltimore or New England if I'd hedged a second time, and I figured I could lock in half of the future. But I'm putting my Polish cojones on the line, and I'm going to hedge just enough that the bet's for free. I'm going to put enough on the San Francisco money line that if I lose and San Francisco wins, then I at least will break even on the hedge or that future. And if the Giants win, then I really have a decision come Super Bowl time. And the second part is today, if you do like the New York Giants, you probably want to get on them now. I'm hearing from a lot of offshores, a lot of guys in Vegas, that the public is hammering the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry, hammering the New York Giants plus the exposure on the Giants. So the books, that some people are even predicting that line could go down to a pick 'em. I personally have a boatload of money on the Giants +3. I'm begging it goes to 1 or a pick 'em so I can go for a big middle there. Also on the Baltimore game, you probably want to take Baltimore in the 7. I can't see it dropping below the 7. A lot of the public is on New England, but a lot of the sharps are on Baltimore. Big games like this are one of the few times that sometimes public money can offset or at least cancel out sharp money, where in the regular season, if, say, the sharps were going to be hammering Baltimore, all the public money was in New England, the books would adjust the line and respect the sharps and tell the public, hey, we'll take our chances with you. But there's so much money in these playoff games, so much money in the Super Bowl, sometimes the public money could either lock in or offset the sharps. I do know some sharp friends of mine were trying to hammer Baltimore hard in Vegas this weekend, and the books were lowering or limiting their amounts that they could put on Baltimore. So if you like Baltimore, I'd probably grab the 7. I could maybe see, depending who bets Baltimore later in the day on the sharp side, that maybe they could weight the juice. Minuscule chance they drop below 7. I really don't see that happening, but in the event they do, I'd probably grab Baltimore now. I'd probably get the Giants at least at the 2.5. But that's going to do it for Johnny Detroit. I'm back tomorrow, and as always, from me to you, best of luck.